make a move in the ring. You can hit me with the words you fling.
How's it going, everybody? It's Nick Atkin on South China Morning Post, scmp.com/MMA. This is Post Fight. Today, I got a very special guest. It is One Championship's heavyweight champion, Brandon "The Truth" Vera. Brandon, how is everything going, man?
Well, it's awesome, in this this day and age of the world, in this Corona world, I cannot complain. Life is good, sun's out. We're doing just fine. I like your setup in the back. You got the Funko Pops.
You're here.
Yeah.
I'll show you. This is from Century Tokyo last time. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, man. I need to get some Funko Pops. I don't know because I only got Avengers.
I'm hoping the one Funko Pops happen. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask Tammy after this if she could send me some stuff. So.
How are you doing over there?
We're okay, yeah. I think I was telling you just before I hit the record button that the bars are opening up again in Hong Kong today, so I'm happy with that. I can go out and have a beer. So enjoy this very hot weather we're having. You're over in Guam, right? Yeah, same good weather for you, right?
Yeah, the weather's amazing. It's rainy season right now. It's supposed to be typhoon season, so rain comes through, the wind's blowing nice. It's the tropics. It's paradise out here. I love it.
And how is dad life going? Because you've just had your second child, I believe, last month. Is that right? Your son, Atreyu?
This is our first child, and his name is Atreyu, correct?
All right.
Dad life is new. You can't really prepare for this if you've never been a dad. It doesn't matter what anybody tells you or says to you or preps you for or writes down for you or classes you take. Man, until you become a dad, you are gonna be new. We're just learning every day, enjoying all of it. And people say, oh, wait for the sleepless nights, wait for the Pampers, wait for the cries, but he's a baby. That's what they do. So we've been expecting this, so it's not bad. It's not what everybody says, oh, the sleepless nights suck. My hero of a wife, my Nenda, she takes the brunt of the burden, man. Like she passes the baby off in the morning at 6 a.m., but she's up with him and doing things with him all evening, so I can train during the day. So it's easy, man. And he's my son, so it's really, really cool.
I just fostered 3 kittens for a month, and they woke me up. Yeah, I got no sleep for 4 weeks. I think I had a little insight into what it's like having a kid. So I can sympathize. I imagine it's 10 times more crazy with a child, but yeah, I didn't sleep. Got all that stuff. But good for you, man. And I hope it's probably giving you something to focus on, right? With all the coronavirus pandemic and you haven't fought since October in Tokyo. Does it take your mind off that frustration?
He definitely takes your mind off of a lot of things, because when we're holding Atreyu or working with Atreyu or doing anything with Atreyu, it's just Atreyu. So, man, I guess you can say he's taking my focus off a lot of other stuff, unless I'm training. If I'm not training, we really are just floating around with Atreyu. So I guess, it's a blessing in disguise that the silver lining in this Corona world is that my family started when the world went on lockdown. So that's a super blessing for myself and our family. Yeah,
and you spoke to me a little bit about it before. What's the situation with the virus there in Guam? Is the things under control, or how is everything?
Since the beginning of this thing, we had 5 deaths. Then maybe 2 weeks ago, when everything started getting hot again, we're up to 10 deaths now. And 3 of those deaths came after the people already passed. Then they were tested and had corona, so they were listed as corona positive deaths. So, the world is what the world is right now, and everybody's trying to figure this thing out. But it's just, man, I don't know. There's too much to say about it, I guess. It's too much to say. Guam is paradise, though. Everybody is very helpful. People are keeping to themselves. Here is it's more on all the islands. It's a real family vibe of extended family. So you have to worry about your Lola, your Lolo, your mama and papa at home that you don't want to get sick. So everybody here pretty much stays to that social distancing and masks when they're out and about. They're pretty strict with it. It's kind of, and when I say strict with it, I'm not saying that the government is strict with it. I'm not saying that Guam rules are strict. The family values here are so strong that people worry about that stuff when they go out. So even if they don't believe it or not, it's happening when we go out and about. It's just how it is. Nobody wants to get their elders sick, which is really, really cool. And that's why the numbers have been so low so far since here on the island.
Speaking of Guam, did you catch Trevin Jones making his UFC debut last weekend, getting that knockout? Yeah.
Yeah, man. He was like super last minute replacement. Like what? 2 weeks or 1 week? 3 days. Yeah, 3 days. And then part of that was crazy because Mark Striegel is from the same team. He was supposed to be competing, but he tested positive for corona. So that's when he got the call, went in and handled business. He went in there with nothing to lose. They call you on 3 days. Just let it all out. Go see what happens. Congratulations. Super congrats.
Yeah, and he picked up a 50K bonus, right? So that's the stuff of dreams, right?
Not a bad day. During Corona.
Yeah. Well, talking of the fights, it's been a year nearly, coming up on a year or 10 months since you fought. You were scheduled to fight Arjan Bhullar, right, in May or April, and things kept getting switched around. Just talk me through a little bit of that whole process. What was going on? You were going to fight in one city, then they moved it to another, I think Jakarta to Manila. Was it frustrating?
I don't want to say frustrating. I would just say, well, I guess if you use the word frustrating, I guess everyone around the world would understand that. But for me, I just roll with everything that comes our way. That's why I am a mixed martial artist. I just let it happen, let it slide. We'll just roll with it. But the rest of, I guess, frustrating would be a great word. But the frustrating for me is not the same as frustrating for everybody else. The whole world is frustrated right now. So I guess that would be a good one. Because, you're ready to go, then you pause. You're ready to go, then you pause. You're ready to go, then you pause. But for me, as a martial artist, as an athlete, that's part of our gig. Like, it's been like this since I first started. So, sometimes it's the organization, sometimes it's weather, sometimes it's your opponent, sometimes it's always something, So I had it in my mind a long time ago. I have not heard anything different. It's still myself and Arjan Bhullar on the card when our time comes. And me, this is just me guessing because One Championship is so organized, I think that when the world opens up, they had cards lined up already. They had a schedule. I would imagine that One Championship would probably stay on some kind of schedule like that. Just with everything that they do, that would make sense to me because that's how they run things. Me and Arjan still are the ones going to meet for the heavyweight world title, be defending and keeping my heavyweight world title. And then we'll see what's next. Definitely not looking past Arjan, but looking forward to it when it finally happens, when the world opens up.
Yeah, because there's a couple of new guys in town, right? The One Championship has signed some new heavyweights. Are you excited? The division's expanding. You've got Amir Aliakbari, former Rising star. You've got Marcus Buchecha, 13-time BJJ world champ. Is that a challenge you welcome or what?
Oh, man, I absolutely love it. I think that One Championship is doing an amazing job promoting and bringing in the amazing talent from around the world. The names that you just said, man, these guys are world-class athletes. Another guy, Tom DeBlas, I think, he is another amazing individual. So there's a bunch of talent coming into One Championship, coming into the fold, into our family, and they're all gunning for my title. So yes, I am very excited that there's new blood coming in. But along with that being said, some of these guys have been pretty disrespectful coming into One Championship. You need to remember there are some heavyweights here at One Championship, and this is a different game. We don't play round by round here. you need to win the entire match that night. So before you start running your mouth, you better make sure you get past your first event at ONE. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the fold. Make sure you stay on top of what you're supposed to do if you want to get here where I'm at.
Yeah, because I think it was Amir Aliakbari. He's been calling for a title shot against you for his debut. Do you find this a little disrespectful, or what? Is it fun to you?
Yeah, it's fun. He's got a lot of fans, so a lot of his fans are pumping his head up. It's like, hey man, don't let your fans be the reason why you catch an ass whooping. Make sure you come in and make sure you come in ready, come in hot. I understand you're good. I understand you're a big guy. I understand. Get your mind right, because when you come in, I'm not playing games. You talking about smashing faces. All right, welcome to ONE. Let's see how it goes.
Well, he's part of Ali Abdelaziz's team, right? Ali's bringing in a bunch of people to ONE. Has that been cool to see, like the association with the guy? He's got a bunch of good free agents. He's expanding not just the heavyweight division, other divisions as well. You think, yeah.
Yeah, I think, ONE Championship has been, I guess, growing exponentially since, I think it was on a slow, normal incline for like the first 3 to 5 years. Then right at the 6 or 7 year mark, boom, just started shooting up. And everyone from all organizations around the world have been hearing about how ONE Championship treats their athletes, how ONE Championship takes care of their athletes and their coaches, how it's the family vibe, how it's about respect and discipline and martial arts. People have been wanting to come over since back in the day. And to see it happening now and actually come to fruition, oh man, it's a beautiful thing to see. Like I remember all the other organizations like, oh, who's ONE? Oh, who's ONE? Oh, ONE's where everybody's trying to get into now. So everyone knows where it's at. And it's been a very beautiful thing to watch unfold during the history of MMA, during the history of martial arts. So it's cool to be part of that. It's very, very cool to be part of it, witness it, and watch and help make it happen. It's really, really awesome.
I mean, given all of that, is it a bit annoying that just when ONE Championship was about to put on probably their biggest shows ever, these infinity cards that you were going to be on, this pandemic happens and it stalled that progress that was going on? It looked like ONE was about to make that breakthrough as well into the US market.
It is annoying. It's very, very annoying, but the world hasn't seen anything like this since, I think, 1908.
Yeah.
Bubonic or plague, it's been, so the world, I don't care who you are, what president, what country you run or where you're from, nobody was ready for this. Like, this is not something you prepare for or get ready for, like, now we know next time this happens, if it happens again, we'll be better prepared as a society and as citizens of the world. Is it annoying that all this happened at the same time, right when everything was supposed to start taking off? Yes, 100% correct. But whenever I get upset or start thinking about what woulda, coulda, shoulda, I think about the rest of the world. I think about that family that took out their life savings to open a business the week right before Corona hit. I think about the people who have kids to feed and was living paycheck to paycheck. I think about all of the other problems that I could have, all the other problems that people have around the world, and all of my woe is me, woulda, coulda, shouldas just go away because I'm doing just fine here on Guam, and my fridge is still full. So I'm just getting ready. I guess the only way I can combat that and get over the frustration is stay ready and keep doing bag work, keep doing runs, keep drilling, keep training, So that's what I do. That's my solution for my woulda, shoulda.
Well, another thing that Ali suggested was maybe doing a heavyweight tournament is that be something you'd like to see in one? Someone to determine your next challenger, maybe after Arjan, or would you want to be in the tournament or what?
Yeah, actually, man, I would love a tournament, a heavyweight tournament. I would absolutely love. Yeah, man. Yeah, I would love a tournament. Like if I don't want to discredit our match. I don't want to, man. I would love to be in that tournament. Oh, that would be such an awesome tournament. Yeah. Yes, old school tournament style. Yeah.
Yeah. And when would you think your next fight, if we're going to do the Arjun fight, have you got any idea when it might take place? Because some of the guys, Amir told me he was told his debut might be in October. Is that too soon, you think?
You know, Guam, we were in pre-core 3, about to go back to pre-core 4, which we would be wide open again and started accepting travelers around the world. Then this guy came in from Hawaii, had Corona, and then boom, back to pre-core 1. We're locked down again. So I don't know, brother. I don't know. I think October would be ideal. That would be awesome, but we have to see. I don't know what the world's doing right now.
So you've had a lot of time since the last fight. Have you reflected on the defeat to Aung La? Would you be interested maybe if he wanted to come up to heavyweight, would you give him a shot?
Oh, man.
Maybe if he wants to be the first triple champ? I know you guys are good friends, and it was great to see the respect between you.
Dude, Aung is the man. You know, if he wanted to come up to heavyweight and have a go, I would absolutely love it. I think that would be so cool. Like, you know, I enjoyed our time in that circle together. I'm a huge fan of Aung. He says he's been a huge fan of me. We're basically cut from the same cloth. So I would love if he came up to heavyweight, man. Are you kidding me? That would be amazing, amazing, amazing. Hold on. That being said, I'm not looking past Arjan either. Listen, all this tournament talk and all this other stuff, Mr. Arjan, I know, it's still you and I. So I'm not looking past you, just so you know, with that great wrestling and that great boxing.
Yeah, what are you expecting from Arjan? What kind of challenge? You just said the wrestling and the boxing. Where do you think it will rank in terms of challenges you've faced in your career?
So I've never faced a heavyweight who's a great wrestler and a boxer at the same time. I've competed against great wrestlers. I've sparred with boxers, you know, like ridiculous boxers. So I've yet to experience both at the same time. I'm kind of excited about it. My game plan is going to change a little bit for this event, for this match, but I'm excited to implement it. I have something to look and work and aspire to make happen for our meeting. I am looking forward to training for this event. I cannot wait. We're starting to implement it now, but you know, it's more of just staying in shape and staying healthy and staying strong, as opposed to I would say camp mode, camp shape. So camp drills, we're not doing those kind of drills yet, but everything is already in motion for how this could and would go down.
Is Arjan unlucky in the sense you're coming off that loss to Aung La? You must be frustrated with how things went down, and you know, I'm sure you would do things differently. Yeah, does that play on your mind a bit? How I could have done this, I could have, should have, would have against Aung La. Is Arjan going to feel the wrath of Brandon, the vengeance?
I would say that, I'm not going to say he's unlucky. There's just going to be a lot more oomph behind everything that happened when we go, just because there's a bit of angst, I guess, in my pants from having an L on my record, you know? So yeah, there's a little bit more coming with it, but it's not Mr. Arjan's fault. It's just he's the one next in line. So, yeah, let's get on it. Let's press the gas.
Is there anything you would have done differently if you could go back and do that fight again with Aung? You know, if you did get that heavyweight match with him?
I would not block his kicks with my hand. That's the only thing I've seen. Sorry, that's the only thing I've seen since watching the film over and over again that kind of set the tone of the match. Once I broke my hand the first 26 or 30 seconds, and I was trying to figure out what was going on with my hand during Mr. Amazing Aung La coming after me. And then when I finally figure out what's going on, you know, I'm already trying to play catch up behind a two-time champ, a 2-division champ. So I definitely would not make the same mistake twice. That being said, man, it's part of the gig. Like, we have to make millisecond split decisions. And sometimes we're on the right road, and sometimes we're on the bumpy four-wheel drive Needham car.
Well, I just wanted to finally get your thoughts on One Championship, The Apprentice. I know you're part of this.
Yeah.
Have you got any update on when it's going to happen, what your role is going to be? It's a little bit of fun, isn't it? Yeah, talk me through what you know about the show.
So I'm very excited to be doing The Apprentice Asia, especially with Mr. Chatri Sechadong going to be the lead running The Apprentice. We'll be there in a capacity. I'll be there in a capacity of I would say, like, life coach, physical coach, mental toughness coach. And because I'm telling you, after these guys go through whatever they're going to go through with Chatri, I'm pretty some of them will almost be broken, I can imagine. We're probably going to be incorporating fitness in somehow. I can imagine the martial arts values, respect, honor, dignity, loyalty. You know, like, we're going to be talking about values. So I can imagine there'll probably be some challenges. There'll probably be some things that we're going to be doing, running people through. And man, as far as when, don't know. God, man, I wish I knew. You know, I hope this year. We just have to see how the world is.
You're no stranger to the TV screen or the movie screen. Did you have any other projects in the works, or are there anything next year you're going to get back to work on outside of fighting? So
we flew out on the 13th, and we finished shooting our commercial for Mitsubishi Philippines on the 12th. We finished our last day of shooting for a movie that we had on the 11th for day 0. And when we fly back, we already have another commercial to shoot. So we have a bunch of stuff to finish in the Philippines and do in the Philippines still. So yeah, we have a lot of stuff to do.
Awesome. Well, thanks very much for talking to me, Brandon. Always great to chat to you. You're one of the nicest guys to speak to, I think, in all of MMA. A lot of people tell me the same thing. Yeah.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that very much.
No, stay safe. Yeah, we'll hopefully see you back in the cage soon, man.
For sure. Thank you, Nico. I appreciate you. Stay safe around the world.
Yeah, you too, man. See you later.
Hey guys, Sasha Platnikoff here, letting you know to tune in to SCMP Post Fight for all your weekly martial arts news.